of this. Thank you for joining, tuning in, and watching us. It's been a little bit of journey, but we are able to match somebody because based on location, as when you want to match and make it more easy, we're looking for location and stuff like that. And we finally was able to get one match this evening, and they are on it now. So we'll bring back feedbacks, but we decided to have a little bit of twist on it. When we started, we wanted to bring it out publicly, but with random thoughts and much more consideration between myself and my colleague Devamb and some great people that we support us, decided we want to make it private so people can be able to come in and feel free. No one has to know. Only members of the team has to know that you're part of this, and you will know who else is in it if you are not matched. So it's a very, very confidential, privatized, something that we can be able to do and make sure everybody feel at peace and feel proud that they are part of this and they are not being scandal in any way, because we're thinking about if we come out and put things on social media, people have the habit of screenshotting and taking notes of things and sending it to various other things. So we decided to change it and make it private between myself and Brother Devamb. So once again, I say thank you all for being here. We're so excited and we're going to tell you more as we go along. But for now, let me hand over you back to my brother Devamb. So let's go on. Thank you, Devamb.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Popican. Thank you, Popican. Yep. With the lovely Popican here, we're doing really good, doing fantastic. So we matched. We will not for privacy reasons, and we will not disclose any names or anything, which was the conclusion that we came to recently. So what will happen is we have matched them now. So they're going to the next step where they've exchanged numbers already. They're going to have a chat, and then they'll come back to us in about a week to let us know how it's going. If it's going well and they want to go on a formal date, we will facilitate that in an African restaurant, COVID restrictions permitting. They go have a meal, and we'll still follow them through that. And then if, which I'm sure everything goes well, they might come back. If they want to, they'll come back to the show as a testimony for people to know that they went through this and then we sorted this out with them. Basically, yeah.
If they want to, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. If they want to. So we would not share anything. Just in the future, when things go normal and stuff, just like our
and then we will take it to the next level. But for now, we're starting. We just want to
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's that. I don't know whether Brother Little would want to ask or anything, just to find out from your own view what you want to find out, basically. Brother Little, are you there? If you're not there,
I am. I'm just going to unmute my mic and get my camera on. And apologies, people.
Yeah,
I need to look. I need to look good because this could be one of me. You know what I mean?
Put your makeup on.
I need to look good for the camera. Do you understand me? Hello, can you see me now?
Yes, we can. We can.
Right, fantastic. I just need to get this on and now. Hello, good evening. Kusha kabo, me fumble them, me people them. I need to get myself into this mix of there you go. I'm part of this trio. Hey, good evening. Kusha kabo, me fumble them, me people them. This is a wonderful idea. Thank you, Popican. Thank you, Devamb, for making this happening, matchmaking. And I want to say congratulations to the both of you for actually earning a match. Is that a good one? I think let's say we got a match. Yes?
We got a match.
We got a match. So thank you. Well done to you guys for all the great work behind the scenes. So I want to be able tonight. My role is just to try and play cat and mouse and to try and be part of the public, so to speak, rather than being a host and whatever. I'm a member of the public now, and I want to say, if I want to get involved, even though you've got a match, does this mean, first of all, is this the end of it? You're just going to follow a couple, or is this a continuous opening matchmaking session that's going on? And the question is for the both of you, please.
Alphina, Popican.
First and foremost, the reason we are doing it here on Diaspora Voice is like to officially launch it to everybody, that it's open, application forms are out, to encourage everyone and to tell people about the nitty-gritty of it, and to let them know and feel assured that yes, you can trust us and you can be able to rely on us to get you a match without the public knowing. So it's a continuous something. It's just like, this is the first step. It's just starting. We still have some people, but we couldn't match them because we have to go through the applications and see what you are compatible in and try to match you up. That's how it goes. So not that like we don't have other people. We do have other people. And let me break and down, come to Salon people them as well. The reason for this date is to officially launch it out to everybody that we are doing this matchmaking now behind the scenes, but we want you all to know, we want to encourage you all to join and be part of it, and to let Una know, say it's your privacy is rest assured, your confidentiality is a priority. Before we wanted to do it as put them out there and tell everybody shame, but in getting through some great consideration, we decide for make them private so that nobody will know, only the person we get for know. Now you and the person within the match. Now we're not gonna know, because we don't go through waiting, we're not be similar, the likes and things that we're not left for do together. So that's why we just can tell una today, say it's an ongoing process, it's just starting now. We want to take this to the next level, and we went with the action for please come up, feel free, your privacy well intact, nobody get for no, nobody absolutely. And that we promise that make we can do and they come on live on social media and try for encourage people and forget to we and let them know how they go able get to we and waiting we there about. But it's an ongoing process.
I like that. So again, and the camera, sorry, the camera seemed for the misbehave today.
Yes,
all right, thank you very much. So the other question I want to ask is, now where we don't get this first two couple, without giving much away, how una go about how them couple there they find una first, then two people here, because first of all, before they became couple way, don't decide for go find out themselves, they're not in guarantee. How them find out what the matchmaking and yeah,
okay. Yeah. So basically, say we've been come on air before, and we had flyers going around and that sort of thing. So lots of people saw the flyers. Some people were a bit worried about the fact that this is going to be an internet thing. This is going to be a Facebook Live thing, and a YouTube thing. So a lot of people came up to us and said that we really would like to join, but we don't really want to go live, But at that time, that is what we wanted to do. So having the discussions background and stuff like that, we actually changed it. So, but nevertheless, we still had a lot of people who applied. So on the application form, we have basically about like 25 sort of questions, not personal, but something that would show what you want, that would tell us what you are looking for, and then would match it to someone who's looking for a similar interest. So just as an example, we had someone who said they were, in terms of like religion, we said, what's your religion? And then someone said they were Muslim and they were looking specifically for a Muslim person, and that person we couldn't match because we didn't have another Muslim person that was specifically looking for a Muslim person. So those are the sort of things that we look at. We wouldn't match those things. We have some people who says they are Muslims, but they're open to anything, or they're Christians, they're open to anything. Those ones you can match with, that sort of thing. So these are the stuff. So we had these people come in, and then we were able to look at these, and it was only really one couple that we thought we could match, which is what happened. But the plan is, if we had, for example, 3 men and 1 woman that actually seemed like they could match, we would let that woman choose. We'll let that woman choose.
But well, you don't answer me, because now the question that they want to ask Popican to say, what happened, for example, if like 4 or 5 men met one particular woman's criteria, and you're kind of going there. So I will just allow you to just elaborate or yourself.
Okay, I will elaborate, then Popican can add to Sudan as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would let that woman choose. So what would happen is that woman would speak to one person for a couple of minutes, speak to the other person a couple of minutes, and so on. And then she would decide who she wants to speak to or continue to speak to based on those short, chats. So it's like how we can say the ball within the man in court, basically.
Okay.
That would be the situation. Unless Popican wants to add something to that as well.
Yeah, but before doing that, we make sure say you really, really interested or be matched, because we not just want somebody we just want can be like a spy and get something content just for go out there and say something. Excuse me. So before we did match these 2 people, we really, really go into thorough conversation with them and make sure say they were ready, and we show both parties and like before we get them on that next level for them to meet.
Yeah.
So that's but we get we make sure so we ensure say you really want to be matched before we go even show you to next 1 or 2 person, because we don't want somebody just to come for the fun of it and no waiting they go on and just, you understand?
Yeah.
So that we always we all make sure we put in place, and we make sure say you were a part of this. We give you a warning and give you your own things that we there about, like, it's private. We don't want no one to know. Make sure you go by your own small rules as well. So
yeah. Okay. Now let's come into the big £6 million sterling question. The question of that what we call security. Now we have 2 people supposedly decided they want to meet each other, or they want to talk to each other, and you have matched. So the matchmaking experience have ticked the first successful box. They've put 2 people together. Now, how do we make sure, similarly to what you've both been saying, you've said, make sure say, the first person, not to anyone from this party, not to just can't take information and take it out there. Vamba said the same thing as well, and to make sure say the interest is there. The second thing is the safeguarding of either person. It could be, and I'm not going to say just the woman safeguarding, also it could be the man safeguarding. You understand? How could you make sure that the safeguarding of both parties is there to ensure that there's nothing that's going to come back at the matchmaking experience, which is coordinated by Popican and Devamb? Again, if you want to pick that question, and like I said, I'm here today playing the role of the public, and if the public want to carry on for ask the questions as well, I'll just give the numbers out again. Just bear with me. I'll just give the numbers out. The numbers, people, if you want to call and ask the same questions that I'm asking, it's 07951 213 881. That's 07951 213 881. And that's the live studio number, which you can ask your questions to either Popican or Devamb directly. So yeah, that's my next question.
So, okay, I would respond to that. So basically, with this one, in terms of, so we give an extra bonus in terms of questioning, because that's what I was telling the lady, that I have actually interrogated this guy a lot of times now. So the difference between this and you meeting someone on the street, they'll talk to you for a couple of minutes and stuff like that. You wouldn't really know much information. There's not someone else to do a filter as well. But here, we personally speak to these people. At least, to be honest, I'm happy it's not a lot of people because it will give us a lot of work. You know, we're not matching a lot of people at the same time. That would be a lot of work because we've been speaking to these people almost every 2-3 days. I've been talking to these people and I've been asking them to ask a lot of questions, you know, and they've been asking questions, you know, what is this, you know, what, so blah, 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 and that sort of thing. So in terms of security, we're not doing any background checks in terms of security, DBS checks or anything like that. I mean, obviously, if you meet someone on the streets, you're not going to do that sort of check, but at least we're speaking to them. And then when we think that this person is, you know, because me and Popican were like, oh, I think this, you know, based on what we've heard, you know, I think this is a good choice. This is a good choice of this person. You know, we were working in the background, try to understand and know these people a bit more. So that is like another filter, you know, to get into you. And then when they get together, they obviously have to discuss and get to know each other again. But yeah, so it's like we sieving the you know, sieving some things out of it and then presenting them in a way. So that's what we can promise, basically.
Well, we're getting some positive feedback. Thank you very much for that, Devamb. We're getting some positive feedback. Princess Fatima Bundu says, "Wow, I like this idea." So I've tried to encourage Princess Fatima. She's somebody that's very supportive towards such a wonderful niche, and she's always supported Diaspora Voices. And she said it's a wonderful program. Well done, guys. And I think, let me strip you guys back down. I think I'm slightly being a little bit unfair to you guys. And this is such a wonderful idea. And the fact that you've decided to remodulate and just to give assurance and confidence to the public, and you've got not just a Sierra Leonean, you've got non-Sierra Leoneans interested. I think it's such a wonderful idea at a time like this when a lot of people have been lonely, left isolated for so many other various reasons. Either they've lost their partner, they've lost relationship, or they never had one in the first place, but they were able to socialize within the community, because there are so many single people in and around the community even before lockdown. But because there was an active social engagement going on, it was easy to blend in and be part of society. And then so the loneliness, the lonesome is kind of hidden away. And then they only go home, and then you see some people that will stay now, stay late, then when they're going to host and go sleep. And what you guys have come up with is a wonderful idea. How can you get the confidence of the people out there, the loners, the lonely people, men, women, you understand, to actually come? So I should ask Popican, right?
Oh, no, I'm just saying, let her answer.
Popican, Bamba wants you to, how can you get that wonderful lonely person where, as I say, not to just relationship don't broke up, they keep inside COVID. It could be that this person don't be single for the last 5 years, 10 years. They like that lifestyle. But because of COVID now, they finally found out that, whoa, being lonely is tough. Because what they call them, how can you call them, Saturday party no day, Friday evening, then school jam no day, Sunday lunch on sale no day. So there's very nowhere to go for go sit down at them bar and then restaurants for kill time no day. And now loneliness is painful. How can you get them to say, let me sign up to the matchmaking program?
I'll answer that. First and foremost, I will not be able to get somebody because you're lonely and get you a partner. I'm not looking for people who are lonely. I'm looking for someone who is really willing to have a partner in their life. Being lonely, you can be lonely and you still don't want to have a partner. You understand? So I'm basically looking for somebody. We really want to get somebody like a partner for life or marriage and something like that. That's the people I'm intrigued by. So when they bring you on board, or what would they bring you on board, me and Brother Devamb, we make sure we ask you a lot of questions. And through them questions, then I can be able to tell if this person is just coming in for just a phone or just want to, like, you understand? Because We not just they can bring you and say they can match, you know. We they ask you questions because if you trust we for come to me, we say for trust you for work with you. You understand? So it's a vice versa thing. You understand? So
Totally.
because we want keep you privacy and make them confidential, you get for be honest with you if you're really looking for a partner. Because if you're lonely, there is a difference of being lonely and looking for a partner. Some people are lonely, but they love in that way. Some people are loners, then they love it that way. You don't want no partner here. They just want people to have fun on the beat, 1 and 2. And I'm not doing that. But we are not doing that. We they look for get people in a relationship or build homes, you understand? Helping the singleness that is going around. That kind of thing.
That's good. That's good. Do you want to add anything to that, Devamb?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously what she said exactly is what we're looking for, really. Not just anybody, because yeah, there are people who will come. There are people who would come and then would just, you know, want to play around or
Yeah.
you know, are just playing games, basically. That's not what we're looking for. I mean, except if we have other people who says they're looking for fun. If they're looking for fun and then someone else is looking for fun, then, you know, we could match those two, you know. But I had a lot of people who come to me, especially my Sierra Leonean brothers, says, you know, who are the ladies? Can you show me the ladies? I'm like, no, that's not what I'm doing. You know, that's not what we're doing. You know, they want for see wouldn't be there, lost the baby there, you know, that sort of thing. So no, that's not what we're doing. If you're interested, you know, come forward and say, yeah, you know, I'm interested. So now that we're keeping it, it's a secret thing. It's not something that we're putting it out there. I think a lot of people, because I had a lot of people who talk to me saying they might be interested, but they don't want to go online. So, you know, I'm guessing a lot of people come up now and, you know, and stuff like that. So it's just like an agency. If you want a job, you go to an agency. They're looking for jobs. So, you know, people who want women come to me, come to us. People who want men come to us, and then we put you together, you know, which otherwise you would not be able to see each other. So yeah, we're available. You know, we're going to continue posting flyers. We'll post content and stuff so that people can see. And then if you see it, you share it as well. Maybe you might not be interested. Someone else might be interested, you know. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, to us, I think it's just a blessing. It is not something that we're making anything from. If I am able to match 2 people up and then it's successful and they're happy, it makes us happy.
Yeah.
It makes us happy, you know.
So the question is, what happens if somebody that approached the matchmaking experience and then from their details that they provided, you find or you suspect that this person may be in a relationship, and then yet they have submitted or they've completed an application form and submitted it? Do you decline that person, or do you have further conversation as to say, well, Mr. Little, because I always have to say on this program, on the Diaspora Voices, we use ourselves as example, myself and Ish, because we don't want people to come out and say, well, why you call, you understand, sometimes we may use fake names. But somebody will say, well, Mr. Little, I notice say you've completed the form for matchmaking experience. Well, I mean, you married. You understand, that kind of thing. Do you go about doing that, or do you allow the person to be because you don't want to question as to why they have decided to enter into the matchmaking experience? I want to start with Popican on that question first.
No, we don't go into that. We're not here to break up homes. We're here to build homes if we can. And if you having a partner, whether you deal with them or you stay with them at home, I don't feel say it appropriate for we give you a partner.
So if you suspect the person, you suspect, do you then go back to the person and say, look, we notice say you application form don't cancel, we bought. I mean, you know, there with somebody, that kind of thing. Do you go back and ask them that question, or do you just reject them?
Oh yes. We cannot just do things like that. No, the mere fact you apply means at least you have a percentage of interest. So we'll come back to you politely and explain to you, waiting really try for do and make you understand. You know, we can disagree for agree or agree for disagree. You understand? So we will come back to you politely and just make you understand that now, because we see this, it's not going to be fair for going to that, because at the end of the day, whatever come out of that is going to be on us. And at the end of all this, we try for do out of humanitarian feeling, and we play say we're able to do these things successfully, but not to hurt somebody. So if we get for no say this person get for partner, then we will get to talk with you and let you know, well, we can't do them for you. Maybe somebody else can do them for you. You understand? But we don't want to break any home. We are not here to do that. We are here to empower others to come into relationship, encourage others, and try for build something great out of all this. We're not trying to break nobody at the end of the day.
Okay, interesting. I like that. So let's say, okay, now the two couples, they've decided they together, they've been talking, the months have gone by, and they want to take this they want to take it up another notch, like a positive notch, and then things really romance blossoming and all of that stuff, you know, intimacy is kicked in, and then they want to take and go another level to, like, look, we're thinking about possible living together. At what point does matchmaking experience, as you said, as the agent, cut off your attachment to these people to say, okay, now we don't do we own work? So from which angle do you say matchmaking experience has ended? Do you have a cutoff point?
Okay, so now, from the thing is, this is not a contract or anything that people go into. So from the first point that you've come to us, we've connected you, and you think it's gonna go to the right direction. If you actually want, you don't have to say anything to us anymore. You know, we would love to hear back from you and then follow you on to the last. And then I was saying to the couple that we matched, the lady, I said, when this, I didn't say if this, I said, when this becomes successful, when you get married, you know, I'm a professional photographer, I'm going to be the photographer for that event. And she was laughing. She said, oh, that's a good business idea. I'm going to be the videographer. And I said, at the wedding, if everybody's got 5 minutes to give a speech, I have 10, you know? So,
yeah,
so that's the sort of involvement that we are thinking to have, you know. It's like a sort of a family thing that we're building. So if I'm looking for someone for you, I would want the best for you, basically, you know. So, but however, if they don't want to get involved in anything, they've connected and they want to move on, they can move on. We're not signing any contract.
Yes. Can I come in, please, Brother Devamb?
Yeah.
The main factor of this whole thing is to just get people together. Yeah, that's like we doing our best, because we cannot determine after that what's going to happen. But all we can do is we can try to encourage you and be there as like Devamb is like good in love and thing. Maybe he can give an advice and stuff like that. But we have our own levels where we stop, and you tell us where we stop. We're okay with that. If you want to come back and give appreciation to us so that other people can trust in us, then that would be fantastic. But we have our limit of where we'll stop. You understand? All we're looking to get out of this is to match people up, to make sure we match them, and it's a good match that will lead to something like marriage or like great partnership or something nice. You understand? That will be more than anything for us.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So now to the public, members of the public, if you're watching the show and like Fatima Bindu said, it's a wonderful idea. Well done, guys, and loads of love. What do you call it? Matsozi Mati, which is Edwina Exquisia Momo, shared a love, and we got a few whether Yasaner is watching, Sister Bibi to watch, and but if you're a member of the public and then you're watching the program right now,
anything you want to ask, come on and ask, please.
Yes, definitely. Any question you want to ask any question. It's the matchmaking experience.
Is this the time?
I
said, no, this is the time to find out.
This is the time to ask the questions. The matchmaking experience with Popican and Devamb. Please feel free. Your contact number, the studio number is 0795 881. That's 0795 881. And we've never seen this in our community. It's a niche. It's a wonderful idea, and it's a novel idea. It's the first of its kind to go out there, and they have done the research. They've come back. They've said, okay, fine. We will retain your privacy. We will retain your confidentiality. Well, confidentiality was there already, but we're no longer going to share you to the public. We will come in and be the agents and do the representation and talk and give the updates. So that's what Popican and Devamb are doing. But if you were thinking about a few weeks ago, oh, let's watch the program, but let's see if the couple then will come, because Popican said it best. A lot of people was going to get interest just to come and see who are then two couple here where they don't match. Yes. But I'm glad where they not do that. You understand? Because it's better that way. So it means for you, the neutral person who is out there and wanting to meet somebody, your confidentiality, you've now gained their trust that there will be nobody coming out there. They're not going to come and talk about you. Everything you said in the application is quiet, is private, is nobody's business. It's you and your criteria. And if you see they match them, that's it. They will link you to the person. But what about if a chief wants to match? If a chief insists that I want to meet two women, or a woman insists I want to meet two men, how would you go ahead with that? A Popican.
Well, that's like maybe you want to see two men and choose one. Maybe that's what they meant.
No, I want to keep two.
No, well, there are so many sites out there that can do that. We're just trying to bring love and try to encourage people in doing nice things. So, but I'm sure that person can go online and look the places you can get that.
But for now, it's one-on-one.
I'll add to that. So what if? So usually to say, what if someone comes says I want two women? We'll still put your application down. If we have another woman who says she doesn't mind going to a man with another woman, then we'll match you to that person.
Okay.
But that is unlikely.
All right. Okay. So, okay, fine. Obviously, we're now in a world where we need to respect diversity. We need to respect gender equality and all of that stuff. And we need to show tolerance to our sexual preferences. If somebody has completed an application form saying, I'm a guy and I'm looking for a guy, or I'm a female and I'm looking for a female partner as well, and is this something the matchmaking experience promotes?
So on the form, there's an area where it says, I am a woman looking for a man, I am a man looking for a woman, or I am a man looking for a man, I am a woman looking for a woman. So if you fill in those spots and then someone else is filling that, and that means you're a match.
That's simple.
So we have all of those bits in the form. So it's all about what you're looking for, basically.
So I'm liking it because the reason being, I've gone through the form and the general public may not have had the opportunities. And this is an opportunity for us to kind of like go through the form and have further discussion about how what is in the form, how people can feel reassured, and that sort of thing. Let's talk about in terms of social engagement and social engagement. Do we go out there and start thinking, you know what, I need, I think one of you, I can't remember, touched on it. I'm really, really just keen on having a good company, but it's just fun for now, no strings attached. Is that something that's been made available on the form as well?
So on the form, what we have at the moment is a short term or a long term, marriage or anything. Those are the options that we have on the form in terms of what you're looking for, basically. Yes. So if you put anything and the other person puts someone looking for anything as well, then that's where the match begins. If someone is looking for a short-term thing and the other person is looking for short-term, then there is a match, But mostly we've had people looking marriage and long-term, marriage and long-term. That's the sort of thing that we've been, having. So, there are various options. We spent some time actually putting this form together, basically.
So that's why I'm ripping, that's why I'm dissecting the form. Let's go now to Popican. Let's talk about the other elephants in the room, which we call kids, children. What if a couple or a person looking at the form says, look, I'm a package. Is me plus two. Preferably, I would like a woman with 0, or a woman states it's me plus 2. I would like a man with 2, or a man with 1 plus any. I don't care. You understand? Do you try to compromise? Do you meet? If they meet, say for example, they've met about 98% of the criteria, but one person's where the variation comes in is the elephant in the room, where one of the partners would be saying, well, I've got two kids, but my preference was to go with a man that has not started yet, or I don't want me picking and on. I want a man preferably who has a child or children, and so we can just come together. But there was a variation, well, 98% of the forms were met. Is the matchmaking experience comes in to try and assist, or do you say that's a no match and we're not going to get involved?
So I'll answer that quickly. So basically on the form, we have, do you have kids? Yes or no? If yes, would you like more kids? Yes or no? And then the next part of that question is, do you want someone with kids? Yes, no, I don't care. Now, everything you've explained is within those answers. So if it's, I don't care, so you don't even care whether it is 100 kids or whatever it is that person has got. I don't care. If you want more kids, he says yes. So whether now it's 10, 20, that is a discussion that you need to have now when you're having a chat. So this is the universal one to say, I have kids. This is my baggage. Do I want some of the baggage? That it's there. Yes, no, I don't care. If you've got baggage, bring it. If you say no, that means I don't want baggage. So if someone has got a baggage, which is a kid, which is not a bad thing, I'm not saying in any derogatory way. If someone has got a kid or family, if that other person says, I don't want someone, that means it's not a match. I don't want someone with kids, means they're not match at all. So everything comes under that. In terms of the details now, it is what the discussions that you have. You have your discussions and say, how many kids do you have? Because on the form, I didn't put it there at all. How many kids? You have kids? Yes.
I think it will be very difficult to state or indicate the number of children. I want to ask Popican this question. Thank you, Devamb, for explaining that. Today's world, we're talking about equality, 50-50, and I'm not sure on the form, I'm just playing devil's advocate, by the way, guys. I'm not sure on the form whether it stated what you call employment status, as well as I want man where they can cook, because not to me no more the woman go for the kitchen. Is that something that's again part of the matchmaking experience that you'll be looking at? Say, likelihood of the man has to be a versatile man, not just a rigid person where go just can't say, because I they go work, I don't get nothing for doing at the house, or I don't want to go at the kitchen, or whatnot and whatnot. I don't know. I'm being blinded to the form. I've seen it, but I'm just trying to ask. Poppy, please.
Well, on that note, that's why when you get the form, after we match, like we tick all the boxes, if the boxes are compatible, one. And secondly, when we're having a conversation with you, we like, there are some things, little points that we just ask, you understand? And that's why before we match you guys, we make sure we bring all of you together where we can be, and you see each other and you say, okay, I would like to have I would like to go and have a word with him or her. Then after that, it's up to you to go and act, because there's something you have to understand. We're just trying to match up. We only want to tick the boxes that we have. Yeah. And whatever that it's more than that, you have to go find out. But the only thing we can promise you is we like make sure we give you something compatible based on the form. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
just to add to that as well. So yeah, we have about at least 25 questions on the form. And then we have at the end of the form where I just say, write anything that is not otherwise in the form, write anything that you're looking for. So as part of those questions, we have one, which is like question 14. Do you cook? Yes, no, willing to try. Tick the right boxes. Do you prefer someone who cooks? Yes, no, I don't care. So these falls under all of those categories, basically. It says whether you cook or not, or whether you want someone who cooks or not, or whether you don't really care, So
as long as there are many African restaurants out there, it's fine.
yeah, I don't care. Or maybe one person is the cook and they love to cook. They don't even care if the partner cooks. They can cook all the cook, basically. So you can say, I don't care, So yeah. So it's really all in the form, because we spent some time actually putting this form together.
It really, really appears that you guys have actually put a lot of work and a lot of time into it. And
then you talked about like sort of income thing.
Yeah. Yes,
so,
I did.
Yes. So there's a place of a level of education, which I'm just trying to look at the form quickly to remind myself. We deliberately took out income, right? Popican, remember?
Yes,
We deliberately took out income. We just put level of education, whether you're high school or nothing, or college, university, that sort of thing. Just that. Even the age, we have ranges.
Yeah.
What age you're looking for? What's your age? Is 18 to 25, 26 to 33, 34 to 41, 42, 49, 50 plus, that sort of thing. So we didn't put specific range. So when you guys are having a chat now, as long as you've shown the age that you want, we've linked you, having a chat, and then you can ask, how old are you, and whatever you need to know, basically. So the form is somehow detailed. It's easy because you're just circling things. You're not going to write stuff. You're just ticking stuff. It's even asked things like, do you exercise? Yes, no. Would you prefer someone who exercises? Yes, no. I don't care. Because some people specifically want exercise bodies.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have things like, do you smoke? Yes, no. Do you mind if someone smokes? Yes, no. I don't care.
That's interesting. That is really, really good.
Yes.
A lot of work.
We ask about, do you live on your own? If you don't live on your own, then who do you live with? It could be your child, or whatever. Then there's something that we ask: do you prefer someone who owns a car? Yes, no, I don't care. But there's nothing about, do you own a car?
Okay.
We didn't put that. We're just asking if you prefer someone who owns the car. We asked things about, are you okay with distance relationships? Some people said no. Some people said they don't mind. Some people said yes. We ask about the size of the man or the woman that you're looking for. Whether it's skinny, average, medium, muscular, that size of a person that you're looking for. So we ask all of these within the question, basically. Yeah.
Fantastic. So okay, now if somebody requests the application form or the matchmaking experience form, because I don't like to use the word application form in this context, the matchmaking experience form, and do you give them a timeline as to when they need to complete it and return it, or they can take as much as they can time as they want so that they can process it before they return the form?
Yeah, so there's always a time. So basically, for example, if someone asks for it now, they would have a longer time with it until closer to the next time when we're about to match, basically. Okay. Yes. So if we pick a date, for example, we say April or May, something like that. If they ask for the form, they can keep it as long as they want, because we, until we're ready to start doing the matching before we can say we can have, because this one, we were actually asking people to give the form back over the weekend, so that we can start putting things together, so it's that sort of thing. So the timeline could be long or it could be short, depending on how.
Depends on how when you send the matchmaking form back.
Yeah,
that's
when well done. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But so I've got a comment from Hamid Bun Majid says, you guys are doing very well. Well done to you. Mabinti Konneh is watching. Kasho has just joined the program. Aisha Kande has joined the program. Susan Ali has joined the program. Mimi Choko has also joined the program, in addition to the others who have already joined the program. So well done to all of these people. And let's talk about, I want to talk because like that's why we said we have to do this after Watershed. Let's talk about the S word. What if the two people, the matching pair that were matched, somebody gained out of this, said, look, it was just after a few weeks, one person came back to the matchmaking experience, which is Popican and Devamb, and said, look, I need to make a complaint. And my complaint is the person that you matched me with just fucked my brains off. You understand? It could be the man, the woman, you understand? All they did was fuck my brains off, and all he wanted was just to get his leg over, and he's had it about 5-6 weeks, and then he's done. And then since why they call him back and he's not answered. And this could be for the man as well as the woman. We can't just say it could be a woman who's desperately in desire to get laid because they were desperately wanting to get laid after such a long time. Or the alternative, how do you manage complaints in such context? Do you get involved, or does matchmaking experience by Popican and Devamb say, hang on a minute, who know did it? So that question goes to the both of you.
Popican, do you want me to go or?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So, so with anything, there's a risk. Okay. So even if you go out and find someone on the streets, they speak to you really nicely, there is a risk that that sort of thing could happen. The woman would just want, to get laid, or the man would just want to get laid, and they tell you what you need to hear.
Yeah.
This one, in terms of this one, so basically, for now, because the numbers are not much, we're treating these people like a close people because we're talking to them constantly and we're laughing and we're getting used to each other. So it's just like someone else. If you have problems and you come to me, I will try and resolve them for you, So if people come to us and says they have problems, we'll try our best to try and resolve things, just do the right thing for you, basically. So if we have numbers like, 1,000, 100 people matching, we will not be able to do something like that,
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where, as long as we have time, we can spend some time because we talk to these people. This is the first one that we've done. We've been talking to them constantly because it's like we are involved in this, and we want to see this grow. So if something like that happens in the future, because if you have people that you trust, you will talk to them about anything, But once they get to know each other now, and then they mix with families and stuff, usually when something like that happens, they might not even think about us. They might just go ahead and sort it out through the normal way that you would do, So yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I'm very conscious of time. We've got about 5 minutes to go. It's been amazing, and so far. And one of my last question to the both of you is, let's come back to the couple or the matching pair that our success story so far. Is there an intention to get them to share their story sometime along the line, or what are you envisaging from this matching couple, and what is also the next step from here on, if people wanting to contact matchmaking experience?
Popican?
Well, what will I say is, like, for now, we want to do more of this, and we're encouraging everyone to come on board. We're encouraging everyone to know that your privacy is very, very in place. And we want to take it to the next level. But for this one, I will just leave it to Devamb Play address this one. Go on, Devamb.
Yeah. So basically, next level is they start talking, which they're doing now anyway, because apparently, the guy texted me and says, I'm speaking to her now.
Yeah.
so yes. So that's the next level. And then they'll get to make a decision as adults to, they want to see each other or anything like that, and then do that. But what we'll do is we'll get back to them in about a week, or they come back to us and tell us, give us an update of how things are going. If it's going well, hopefully they'll tell us. And then the next level is just like I've said earlier, considering lockdown rules and that sort of thing, they would have to go on a date in a Sierra Leonean restaurant, something like that, and then that would still be very private. And then when they think that it is actually something that is going somewhere, if they want to, with their permission, come on the show to give testimony and say, we went through these guys and it was amazing and this is what happened. Look at us today. Then that would be great. We would love that. But if they don't want to, they don't have to.
They don't have to, yeah.
Yes, if they don't want to, they have to.
Fantastic. So that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Well, me people them when I don't hear it from matchmaking experience team there, which is team Popican and team Devamb. This is an amazing, it's a first of its kind and it's brilliant. And just before I summarize, I just want to read one last comment which came from my own older brother Ahmed Majid Bun Sise. He said on the question where I asked about who wants to use who or who wants to misuse the platform, he says, well, that would be disgusting. Well, people should not be getting involved in this sort of program. People just need to be genuine and honest about what they want from the get-go. And then he added, if one just needs to be laid, so be it. But he or she needs to be honest about it. And I think you both answered that question anyway. So again, as I said, well, you understand, I want to say thank you. I want to say, obviously, due to family commitments tonight, DJ is babysitting the children, whilst the missus is at work. And that's what you call a great team and that sort of thing. And some of us are doing the same too. So what you need to say is, want to say, please feel free, get involved, get in touch with Devamb and Popican, or contact myself or DJ Ish if you've seen the flyers out there and you're interested. The next time we will see them, hopefully there will be more matching couples who would be working behind the scene, blossoming on their romance. So I want to give a massive congratulations to our two unknown matching couples, and we want to applaud them live on Diaspora Voices for coming forward, because it takes courage, it takes conviction, and it takes trust in these two people, Popican and Devamb, to be able to come in, complete the form. We know that, and I'm not just going to blame this as Selenium people. It's not just Selenium people. We know as Africans, we hate completing forms, especially if that form they come up from another African man. Why make African man for asking all the questions? Yeah? You understand that? Please, me people, that wanna feel free, wanna feel confident, wanna get the trust and the application form. So if this not being Tinder or any other dating website here, their questions will not be 25. It will probably be 45 questions when they go take una privacy them, but una go be willing for filling them form then they and submit them. We know there's a lot of with brothers and with sisters them where they are there dating websites here, where they go to where they complete forms and they submit them pictures them easy. Now we're bringing it home. Let's use this opportunity to come in, because there's no one person that will actually match you better than your own brother and your own sister that knows and understands the culture, the dynamics, your needs, and the 25 questions which they've put together has been tailored to making sure that there is almost 0% error. So the error, obviously error comes in by nature, but from their own side, they don't do all the safeguarding. So with that trust, my people, with that trust, with that kind of thingy, let's support our own local farm, our own local dating agency, I would love to say, which is Matchmaking Experience. It started small today. When I go out and I want to share this story, because by the next time these two people are here, we want to hear that they've had 6 people, at least. We're not going to be over ambitious. They've had 6 matching pair, and that would be good, because we know a lot of you out there, and irrespective of the age, and it could be say you're young, and then you get your papa, you get your mama, we're old, one pan the family member, they don't die. You want to match them up. Please fill that application there for you, mama. You understand, or your papa? Because there's a lot of we older people that waiting at us. We're lonely. So if you can go in and say, mama, my brother Vamba and my sister Popican, then get this matching website and matching agency where they don't start. I want to fill this form for you because I tire for let you then owe you 1 grain. Or papa, I dey fill this form for when mama die and notice say you not go out yonder. Let fill this form for you. Let you get somebody where at least when I go to meet. First of all, when I go to talk to the tablets and the phone, then when lockdown open, when I go able for the meet. You understand? And then who knows? So fill that form for your parents, for your loved one, for you older auntie, for you older uncle. Don't wait to say pass you a young no more. So you see the opportunity is endless. As you can see on the application form, it says 50 years, 51 and above. Go for it. Complete the form. I want to say thank you very much to both Devamb and Popican. I'll give you both the last words before we wrap up for tonight. If I can start with you, Popican, please.
I want to say thank you so much, guys, for all the inputs and the encouragement. Please, I want you guys to trust us. Trust us with your privacy. It's not going to be out there. We're so bent on making sure that, because this is the first step we're going to do, we're bent on making sure that everything is in place. No one will know. No one absolutely will know. So please feel free. The flyers are out. The numbers are out. The forms are out. Get in contact. We just want to see people together. And that will be a great thing if we all come in, join we, follow we do this, and work together. I love you all. It's Popican.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. Devamb.
Great. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. And all you need to do really is, even if you're not interested, you've got someone, share the stuff. We'll be putting the flyers out, share them. Someone might be interested, And to be honest, the people that actually came forward for this, they're not my friends. They saw it somewhere else. Someone shared it somewhere else, and that's how they saw it. Yeah. So all of my friends, I didn't get anyone really that applied. It was other people. So yeah, so share. It might benefit someone else, even if not you, Yeah. So we're just trying to change the narrative.
I like that. That's a very positive word to leave it on. We're changing the narrative. Thank you to Devamb. Thank you to Alphina. And thank you to Matchmaking Experience. We'll be seeing them again shortly. And thank you to all our contributors on social media. Hopefully next time you'll gain some confidence to call the studio number and maybe share your experience. Maybe you met your wife coincidentally by somebody introducing you to her. Maybe you met your husband by somebody introducing you to him. And that's matchmaking as well. So maybe you can gain the confidence by introducing a friend or a family member to the Matchmaking Experience. God bless you. As they said, we love you all because God loves us all. Stay blessed. We'll be back next time. Don't forget, on Sunday, I've got the usual show of Mr. Weber, which is a very special show this Palm Sunday, and that's the Sunday Good Word. And on Monday, it's the usual program with myself and my brother, DJ Ish. Continue to follow us on Diaspora Voices, and we'll be back very shortly. Please like, subscribe, and follow.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.